You ever notice how the richest people in your city rarely brags about owning houses, but somehow they own property everywhere? That's because the game has changed. See, while most people are saving up for a single down payment, others are buying pieces of multiple properties through something called fractional real estate investing. It's like owning real estate without the heavy mortgage, without tenants calling, and without being locked into one risky market. And once you understand how this works, you'll realize that this could be one of the smartest ways you can start building wealth without having a six-figure income. So let's start out. What is fractional real estate investing? Think of fractional real estate investing as buying shares into a single property without owning the entire building. Let's say that a $500,000 property gets split up into 100 shares. You do the math, that's $5,000 per share. And once you invest that $5,000 in that one share, you legally own 1% of that entire property. And from that point forward, you own a piece of rent, appreciation, and also tax benefits. And it's the same benefits that a traditional property owner would have, but except you don't own the entire thing. It's because you share ownership with other investors and other professionals that manage the property. And what separates this is this real ownership. It's not a REIT, it's not crowdfunding, it's owning a piece of a real property. And once you understand that, you'll stop seeing real estate as this one big impossible goal. You'll now realize that you'll own a slice of something that can grow over time. And once you scale, your income also grows. Advantage number one, lower capital requirement. When I first started in banking, I met other analysts who were quietly purchasing fractional shares before they had enough money to own a full property. I was having lunch with one analyst. He looked up and told me this: why own one door when you can own a part of 10? And as we were talking, I paused and thought, that's interesting. And then after lunch, I did more research. And within this advantage, I found that fractional shares is actually a lower barrier to entry. This means that you can start with as little as $1,000 to $5,000, depending on the platform. And later in this video, I'll talk about the platforms you need to get started. And it's just like the simple principle of time value of money. And instead of saving for years on buying one mortgage, you can start investing now with a smaller piece. And that smaller piece of ownership will bring you income and appreciation while you're waiting. And that's how first generational investors start quietly closing the wealth gap. They stop waiting for the perfect time, but start letting the time work for them. So quit overthinking it and start doing your research now. Advantage number two, passive income without the extreme headaches. One of the biggest myths I love hearing about real estate is that it's all passive. And the truth is, it's not, unless someone else manages it for you. And even while that's the case, it still won't be 100% passive. And with fractional ownerships, property management companies handle everything. They handle things like tenants, repairs, taxes, and even property upgrades. And you simply just receive your share of the net income. But in case you don't fully understand what net income means, here's a clear example. Let's say that a property earns $8,000 in rent after expenses and you own 10% of that property. That means that you'll get $800 deposited directly in your bank account. And you just earn that income without even lifting a finger. That's how investors start stacking income streams without stacking all the stress behind it. And that right there, my friend, is true passive income built all on real assets. And if you're still watching, that means you're serious about building wealth. And honestly, I respect that. Think of this channel like fractional investing, but for your mindset. Every episode, you're owning a piece of Money Talks Media that's committing to your personal growth. So if you're ready to keep compounding your knowledge, then hit that like and subscribe button so that we can commit. All right, let's keep growing together and let's jump right back in. Advantage number three, diversification made simple. Most people pour all their money into one house, one city, and one market. And when that one market dips, their net worth starts to get a little bit shaky. But with fractional shares, it flips that narrative naturally. You could own a piece of a luxury apartment in Miami, a multifamily in Dallas, or even a short-term rental in Charlotte, all at once. This spread across your personal portfolio reduces risk, but also creates multiple streams of cash flow. Even if one market in your portfolio cools and the other is booming, it balances itself out. You're not betting on one city or one property. You're betting on a diversified portfolio that helps you sleep better at night. And that is one way that the wealthy protects their money, not just across different industries, but across different zip codes. Advantage number 4, access to premium properties. Here's the part that really changes the game. Fractional investing gives you access to properties that you would never be able to just buy alone. The reason I say that is because this certain asset class includes luxury condos, high-end vacation rentals, and also commercial properties. Because typically, whenever I would work with the specialty asset management group within my banking experience, these would only be available to accredited investors or multi-billion-dollar corporations. But with fractional investing, it's now opened up to regular people like me and you. And with this asset class, you benefit from better appreciation rates, better tenants, and then more stable income every single month. And now, when you start owning fractional shares of premium real estate, you have now positioned yourself into the same level playing field as the most wealthiest investors. Even if you're just starting with a small stake, as I mentioned earlier, of between $1,000 and $10,000. Advantage number 5, liquidity and flexibility. With traditional real estate, it locks in your money for a long period of time. And if you need the money fast, you can't just sell one bedroom in your house. But fractional platforms are solving that by adding in built-in resale markets. So that means when you're ready to sell, you can sell it to other fractional owners or sell it directly back to the platform. Some even operate like stock exchanges, but for real estate. That means that your investment isn't stuck for 10 to 20 years. It's way more flexible than that. You can reinvest, cash out, or pivot to other properties that interest you. And that level of liquidity changes everything. It gives you way more control than traditional real estate investing, something that traditional landlords rarely have. Now let's wrap this up with tips of getting started if you're a beginner. Before you jump in, here's how to move smart. Number 1, research the platform. Stick to verified companies that offer transparency and audited returns. 3 platforms that I like are Fundrise, Lofty, and Arrived Homes. Those are all good starting points. Number 2, put your reading glasses on and read the fine print. You must understand the management fees, profit splits, and exit terms before you invest a single dime. Number 3, start small, scale fast. Begin with one property, track your results, and reinvest into other properties once you understand the game. And number 4, think long term. Fractional real estate, just like with anything else that's legit, isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a slow, compounding strategy that builds true financial freedom. The earlier you start, the more time your money can start multiplying. Fractional real estate isn't just about owning a little, it's about owning smarter. You don't need a mansion or a massive down payment to get started. You just need to get in the game early and stay consistent. Because at the end of the day, ownership, yes, even fractional ownership, is what separates those who invest from those who are scared. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.